Good evening to you televiewers of My Media Prime. We are glad to have you on Prime Hour, an edition of tonight, which is the last for the week. That is going to be the HIBMAT University Institute of Boya say they're the very best in training professionals. We are going to be talking with them this evening to tell us why this system of education is considered the best and how prepared the university is for this academic year. We are in the company of Professor Talla Kashim Ibrahim, who is the rector of the university with campuses in Boya, Southwest Regional Capital, and Talla, Cameroon's economic capital. Professor, good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
How is the HIBMAT University Institute doing?
I will say it's doing perfectly well. In fact, extremely well, especially after the declaration of the HND results.
Okay. To say that the students passed in flying colors?
I will say if there's another adjective better than flying colors.
The campus out here in Douala, the nation's economic capital, is located at Carrefour Eurojust in Bonamusadi, the place to be. I'm starting with you, Professor, on the need for professional education. We are in the 21st century. The world is going the more global and very competitive. Why is it essential for parents to take particular interest in providing professional or in choosing professional education for their children?
Thank you very much. I think the first reason is that we are living in a knowledge-based economy. And secondly, we are living in an age where there's an advancement in science, technology, and especially information and communication technology. Now, in order to help build the economy of Cameroon, we need people who have gained professional education. I am not saying that the other education is useless, far from it. But what we need now is that we need engineers, we need managers, bankers, insurance brokers, and so on. These are areas in which I regret to say we have been very slow. I mean Cameroonians who have been very slow, especially those of the English subsystem of education. Our brothers and sisters of the Francophone subsystem have an advantage over us in the sense that they have been in this business for fairly longer than we are. So we have the need to catch up with them so that we cannot be left out in the race for the development of our country.
Okay, professional education is the future. So many persons are saying so. Mr. Ngale, is that the truth? And where is the place of professionalism in the university, HIBMAT University?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kum, for giving me this opportunity again. But before I'll continue with your question, I'll just want to first of all congratulate all those who made it at the GC, the newly released GC of 2023. I also want to congratulate the teachers who in one way or the other bend the midnight candle to make sure that these students have been taught and at the end they succeeded in their exams. I will not forget the parents who also in one way or the other, both materially, financially, and even spiritually help these students for them to succeed. I will start by, first of all, tying down our motto, the motto of HIBMAT as a university institute, which stands for consistency, professionalism, and excellence. When we talk about professional education and you hear our motto, you know that we are strongly preaching and teaching our students to become what professionals. Because as we will rightly say, we don't train students to just become maybe job seekers, but as well to become job creators. because as we speak now, we have so many students who have left HIBMAT. They are not just seeking for jobs, they have created jobs for themselves, and they have gone a long way to employ even some of their peers and other students from other schools. Consistency, the fact that we have been consistent for over the years, for more than 10 years now, and we are still counting. Are we talking in terms of the results? Last year, Mr. Kum, in 2022, HIBMAT scored 97.85%, ranking HIBMAT second best at the level of the HND. Not only that, producing best candidate in some of the programs. Last year, the best student in computer science and network in the place of Brenda Namundo came from HIBMAT University Institute of Boya with an upper credit. Consistent again, as our motto states, this year again, in that same department or program, HIBMAT producing the best student nationwide, the first best student when it comes to the list of the HND, all are students of HIBMAT University Institute of Boya, and not just producing this best 10 best students, the overall best student nationwide with a distinction since the creation of HND in computer science and network came from HIBMAT University Institute of Boya. Just to tell you that in HIBMAT University Institute of Boya, we preach professionalism. That is why our motto states consistency, professionalism, and word excellence. In the part again of professionalism, HIBMAT have gone a long way to see how we can blend theory with practicals. And in doing that, you realize that HIBMAT is one of those institutions that places our students on internship free of charge. You just sit in the confine of your various homes and you receive an alert, a message from a reputable company asking the students to show up for internship. All these things is to promote professionalism. And Mr. Kum, I can tell you without any fear or doubt that in HIBMAT we train professionals and they are doing well out there in the job market.
They are doing well in the job market, Mr. Ndango. We looking at the university that has been existing for so long now, and looking at the place of professionalism, why it is most important. If, as he says, professionalism is the core in HIBMAT, where can we situate products that you've churned out from this university all these years?
Thank you, Mr. Kum, for giving me this opportunity to say how far HIBMAT University Institute of Boya and Douala has gone for the students that we have trained over the years. Yes, we are focused on professional education, and it is education aimed at training the learners to acquire specific skills, competencies, knowledge required for particular professions or industries. And we don't aim at training job seekers only, but we train also job creators, entrepreneurs, people who are ready to undertake risks in the industry and come up with businesses. And in that line, we have people who have come up with businesses, like for me, Harmony, who is based here in Douala, who has created an engineering company called Zani and Sons. They do construction, electrification, all domestic installations. And he has not only created that business, but he has created that company, and he is employing so many other graduates, some of whom are his own classmates. That is an example. We have Chidi Esli, who has created Textadia in Boya, and he is employing several Cameroonians. Because when we just look at those who seek for jobs, we see that the number of jobs available will not match the number of graduates we send out each year. So it is important for the students to learn that skill of entrepreneurship, taking risks. But most often, entrepreneurship is not an easy task, because an entrepreneur has to be innovative, constantly changing to meet the challenges of the the job, the business world. And this business world keeps on evolving every day. And most often we have, some students don't like entrepreneurship because you have to be very resilient and patient in order to create a business. When you create a business at the infancy stage, you have not started making profit, you suffer, you sacrifice all your time and resources for the business. But the sacrifice is worth the reward if you persevere. Now, going to those who are working, I will tell you that we have graduates who are working in reputable institutions. We have the manager of EcoBank Limbe in the name of Madame Enongene Abonzo Julibrat. She is a graduate from the HIBMAT University Institute of Boya. She did her BTech in marketing at HIBMAT University Institute of Boya, and last year graduated with an MBA in marketing. She is a very strong and productive lady in EcoBank that many people know, and she is now coordinating the branches of EcoBank in the Southwest region. We have so many other cases as we are going. We'll be talking about them.
Good evening, Mr. Kum and crew, and thank you so much for the educational program, which is quite imperative, especially to our students who just succeeded their public exams, and will have a tip about some professional schools. My regards to Professor Talla Ibrahim, alias Daddy Kashimism. I'm happy to hear and see him. Okay, Lady Noreen is writing from Yaoundé. Dear Mr. Leonard and the panelists, I'm very concerned about the number of institutions of higher learning and duplication, just as too I do for parties. Okay, I do not know much about private universities, but it is clear that there are lots of duplication of state universities. Why should you be, for example, offer the same courses and programs in the University of Bamenda? Unquine Jacob is writing from Kumbu. Maybe the University of Boya cannot take everybody. The infrastructure may not be able to take everybody. So why should some persons not study in the University of Bamenda? But I want us to look at professionalism at this juncture. Parents are watching us. Their children just got the advanced level. Convince them why they should choose professional education over any other. Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you very much once again. Based on professionalism, professionalism is the key core of our today's life, our journey, because after secondary school, we are going to start our own lives. So due to our professional skills, professional education is going to assess us to have those qualities of which you can enter into the job market, and we can also create jobs as an individual based on our training back in the university, especially as we are here to talk about the HIBMAT University Institute of Boya at the branch of Douala. So in professional education, those students are being trained both in class and also in the field. That's a 50% practical, 50% theory, in order that they can blend these two to fend for themselves, to give out quality assurance, to also be able to gain grounds in order to educate other people, to train them as they grow forward into their professional career.
Okay, tell us how ready the Douala campus is for the school year.
Douala campus, yes, we're a baby campus, but we're super ready. The past academic year has been wonderful, based in the School of Business and Management, School of Engineering Technology, and the baby school, School of Health Sciences. We are doing so well, and the past HND results we produced. The Douala campus had 7 students under the software engineering who came out with upper credit, and we had the best students in tourism and travel agency management. She was the only student, that's by name B. Natalie, with the distinction in the field. So we're proving that actually we're meeting up with our professional skills, and that for her to be able to bring out those, best results, they blend both practicals and theory together.
Now, HIBMAT University Institute of Buea was upgraded to a full-fledged university. That was last year, Professor. And somebody is writing that there are so many universities out there. What is it that actually HIBMAT used to convince the Ministry of Higher Education to upgrade it to the status of the university that it now has?
Thank you very much for that question. HIBMAT, Higher HIBMAT Institute, HUIB, first and foremost has proven itself. That is how the Ministry of Higher Education came to recognize it. In fact, the recognition went so far that within 13 years, we moved from a university institute with one campus to a university institute, from a higher institute to a university institute. Now with 4 campuses, 3 in Buea, 1 in Talla. You touched on a very good point. The problem is everybody seems to have woken up around the same time. So the thirst for professional education has touched so many people. That explains why we are inundated with all these schools. Buea alone has more than 32. And they keep mushrooming every day. I think that is where, in trying to help, the Ministry of Higher Education has actually tended to spoil the porridge. By granting permits and certification to institutes who do not have campuses. In fact, if you come to Buea, it is nothing to hide. It is open for everybody to see. You have university, so-called university institutes in hostels, what we popularly call mini-cities, with one part hosting the so-called higher institute and another section hosting students. That is the kind of situation. The ministry no longer follow its own specifications. So you now have university, no fence, no personal infrastructure, and of course, with, I regret to say, no staff. So you see, the HUIB, the HIBMAT University Institute of Buea, thanks to its president and CEO, Mr. Jude Chilaka, who as a professional, and I would want to tell you that he just obtained his DBA from Shada University in India. So he's now actually Dr. Jude Chilaka. Here is a man whom within 13 years has devoted his entire life to propagating professional education in Cameroon. And that has helped to produce the results that my colleagues have already spoken about. And that has explained why the Minister of Higher Education and Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, Professor Jacques Famendongo, received Dr. Jude Chilaka last month in appreciation for his efforts in promoting professional education. But I wish to state that the sector, to be productive, needs to be sanitized. That is, the government needs to step in and remove those charlatans so that the real university institutes can thrive. Another problem caused by the government is that it allowed state universities to offer the same courses that these private universities are offering. As a result of that, we have a situation where, since the fees in state universities are limited to 50,000 francs, you have somebody doing a BSc in accountancy. He pays 50,000 in a state university, and then he has to pay 300 plus in a private university. As a result of that, most of the students, I know of a university, state university, with 700 students doing accountancy, whereas there's hardly any private higher education institution with 100 students doing the same discipline. So you see, what if higher education, if professional education needs to be guaranteed, then it is necessary that the Ministry of Higher Education step in and remove these charlatans, and before delivering certification should at least inspect these schools, because some of these schools, I want to tell you, are a shame, and most parents are being deceived because, you know, private higher education has become a jungle where the law of the survival of the fittest is what is at play. What do I mean by that? Now, people, proprietors of some of these new institutions have gone so far as to use underhand methods to attract students.
Okay, I've seen some of the flyers that look quite funny, but is this not also the time that parents need to look out for where they're sending their children? Because many are going to be sweet-talked to engaging in some of these schools, but we are talking about professional education. What does it take to properly train a child professionally?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Kum. I think I will rephrase that particular question of why should you choose HIBMAT. That's HIBMAT, that's an acronym, HIBMAT University.
Yeah, I don't want us to look at because Professor is raising an issue that many parents are going to be deceived. I don't want us to look at it because he is the rector of HIBMAT University. Objectively speaking, when you are sending your child to train professionally, what is it that you are looking out for in an institution?
Okay.
Let me handle that, Mr. Kum. I think, as my rector said, the GC advanced level was just released a few weeks ago, and most high school students have likely spent the last few weeks bombarded by hundreds of brochures, flyers, emails, texts, social media posts with a single message: come study with us. We are simply the best. Come study with this university, this higher institution. But they go ahead, not only sending these messages, they can prove that with photos, with pictures of smiling students in their institutions. But I would say that our parents, our students, should not be deceived by these cheap messages or publicity. There is a criteria that students, prospective students, parents should look at in making a choice for their children. The question is, how does a student choose a higher institution or a university institute which is right for her? Now, in attempt to look at this, it comes down to knowing yourself. The student, first of all, must be convinced that this is what I want to be in the future. When we talk of professional education, we are training engineers. We are now in Cameroon talking of people, buildings that have collapsed and killed more than 40 people in the city of Douala and in Ngaoundéré and so on. We should train engineers who can construct buildings that will stand the test of time based on the principles and practices of those professions. Now, what are the factors to consider? You have to look at the academic measures available in a university. There are some students who already know what they want to become in the future, but even if you don't know what you want to become in the future, when you come to a university that has so many academic measures, you may come that you want to read accounting, and when you come and enroll, after orientation, you may prefer that I want to do computer engineering. So that university should have programs that you can easily switch to another program if you have changed your choice. We look at the affordability, the cost of the education. You look at the location of the institution. You look at the campus facilities and amenities, the infrastructure. Just as the rector said, we have universities now, higher institutions that are operating in a mini city. Imagine you sending your child to such a school. Yes, they are accredited, they have been approved by the Ministry of Higher Education. But should you send your child there? Look at the laboratories. And if you look at some of these flyers that they send, you don't see real campuses that are constructed. You see a simulation of what they want the institution to be. They just go and look at architects who will draw pictures and present them.
Yes. We want children to study in schools that have competence and capacity to train professionals. What are those things to look out for? Yes, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the first thing is the staffing.
Okay.
The qualification of the staff. And I'm happy to tell you that we are very, very great in that. The second is the infrastructure. Our campuses are spacious, they are well constructed, they are fenced, they are lighted 24 upon 24, we have water, we have very, very conducive facilities for studying. Then our laboratories are well equipped, our workshops are well equipped. So these are the things that train, because no matter your name, if you don't have a good and conducive environment, you cannot teach. And if you don't have qualified staff who are readily available and dedicated, you cannot succeed. And finally, if you don't have a good laboratory, workshops, well equipped, now I want you, if you have the opportunity, please to come and see our workshop. I am not wanting to blow my own trumpet, but I want to assure you that at least in the part of the Mongo that we come from, we are second to none. So when you send your students to us, you are sure that they will be taught by well-trained, experienced lecturers. They will study in a very, very conducive atmosphere, and they will have the best machineries to attend to. And to end up, as Mr. Ngale has said, we have that is great partners like Dangote, Brasserie du Cameroon, CDC, Eco Bank, Afriland First Bank, all these places. We send our students there. We are partner to the employment, National Employment Fund. They come and talk to us. We invite professionals from the fields to come and talk to our students, to hold seminars with our students. And I think that is where our success, that's the foundation of our success. And I think that that is the only reason that we are calling for parents to send their students to us.
Now, how many times did the Ministry of Higher Education visit your institution before validating it to become a university?
For every program that we add, they come and first inspect the infrastructure, the workshops, the laboratories, especially the computer laboratory. In fact, even 2 weeks ago, a delegation of 5 came from the Ministry of Higher Education, and they gave us the kitus. That is, they were so happy with us and with the answers that they received from us. They asked us, we took them round the infrastructure, we showed them the laboratories, we showed them our library, they insisted on seeing the list of our staffs, we showed it to them with their qualification and experience. So they were so happy. And that was 2 weeks after the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, had received our President and CEO, Dr. Jude Chilaka. So we are, I would say, in the good books of the Ministry of Higher Education.
Okay, you're in the good books of the Ministry of Higher Education. Now, follow up in the university, especially the Douala campus, how do you do that? When students come, they behave like they want, or you do follow up, you ensure that there is discipline, and so that they can study? Is it a university affair where you do as you please?
No, sir. There are rules and regulations that govern the students. Those rules and regulations that govern the students enable them for them to concentrate in studies. We follow up the students right from their classrooms to their homes. If the students are not, they are going astray, we try to call their parents to follow them up from home. And all institutions have rules and regulations that govern them. That's why they have their matriculation ceremony, that their oaths are being taken to respect the school norms and regulations.
But how do you enforce discipline in the school?
We enforce discipline in the school by following up the students, in the sense that the lecturers themselves also assist the staffing in all those activities. Controlling them, like how the dressing code and everything. That has to play a great role in their educations.
Okay. Professionalism is the key word for every student that wants to stand out in the job market today. Tell us, where do they acquire this expertise you're talking about? Practically speaking, where do you blend what you get from the lecturers to what is happening on ground? Have you signed some partnerships with some companies?
Of course, Mr. Kum. Before I get to the practical part of it, I would like our viewers to know that we have a very good cream of qualified and experienced staff.
Okay.
Both administrative and teaching staff. In the likes of, for example, we have Professor Njimatet, we have Dr. Moka, Dr. Bota, Dr. Kamin Patrick, all the way from University of Ngaoundéré, Dr. Tem Henry, and even our own Professor Emeritus here, who is the head of the institution, Professor Talla, Kashim, Ibrahim. Just to tell you that before we even send these students out there for the practical part, they have gained real knowledge when it comes to the theoretical part. And he might have gone a long way to sign partnership agreement with reputable industries in Cameroon. And not just within Cameroon. It will interest you to also know that recently we signed a partnership agreement with a foreign university. That's the Shada University of India. And based on this partnership agreement we have signed with some of these companies, we train our students on free internship. Like I said earlier, our students sit at the confines of their various houses and they receive alert from some of these companies and industries and other stakeholders for them to come for their internship. And we'll go further also to make our viewers know that we have also signed a partnership agreement with the National Employment Fund. And we know the purpose of the National Employment Fund. They always come to educate our students, especially for them to know what awaits them after graduation. And Mr. Kum, I would also like to also inform you, even though we have the School of Health Science, which is a baby institution, but the President and CEO have gone a long way to see that we sign also partnership agreement with some of the health centers and even full-fledged hospitals around, that are into the training of our students. As we speak now, most of our students from the School of Health Sciences are on internship in some of the hospitals. You go to the regional hospital in Boya, you meet some of our students that were on internship. And I think as a professional university, like I said earlier, consistency, professionalism, and excellence, we will always stand the test of time to blend theory with practicals, because we know immediately after studies, these students or our graduates will go out there and they'll face challenges. And for them to overcome these challenges, they must be professional. And for you to become a professional, you must know the practical part of what you have been studying in school.
Hello, professional education is the best because the children don't have to rely on the government, jobs given by the government leaders not wanting to retire. It also makes the child self-employed, something the Cameroon public needs now. Okay, that is professionalism, what we're talking about out here. Good evening. In the studio, and special greetings to my friend and colleague, Miss Iwanga Bridget. Professional education is the best and needs to be promoted. Thanks to professional education, I am trained professional nurse and CEO of Nurse Tume Health Home Care Agency in Yaoundé. I don't depend on the government because I did a professional education and using it very well, and have even recruited my other colleagues in my home care agency. I encourage all those who just had the advanced level to give a thought about professional education. Daniel Clarice Tume is writing from Yaoundé. Let's look at plethora of educational institutions today and qualification or capacity to deliver. Almost everybody is promising to be the best, but is it also time for us to take stock and look at the track records of some of these schools? HIBMAT University, they have been existing, the institution has been existing for over 13 years.
Yes, 13 years.
Thousands have been sent out there.
Yes.
This, can we know approximately how many students have left the university with HNDs, with degrees, and how it works?
Yes, Mr. Kum, we have graduated in the 13 years. I think I can just give an estimate that we have graduated not less than 7,000 students.
Okay.
And in these years, looking at our track record, we have produced some of the best nationwide, and we have been doing that over the years. Last year, we mentioned our results at the HND, where we produced the best students in some of the disciplines. This year, we are here again with some of our students who are the best nationwide. It's not easy amongst the more than the thousands upon thousands of students who wrote the HND 2023 session for a single institution to produce more than 10, about 16 best students nationwide. It's not chocolate. That's a testament to what my rector, Professor Talla, said, that HIBMAT University has in place an experienced teaching staff in order to achieve this. We have stood again tall, true to our motto of consistency, professionalism, and academic excellence. And we remain consistent, producing best candidates nationwide. This year we produced the best student nationwide in banking and finance in the name of Nde Clinton Tayong, the best student in civil engineering technology. This year we have Bani Remy Berinyoy, the best student in computer science and network in the name of Bebji Joycelyn. And it should be noted that Joycelyn is the first ever student to pass the HND with a distinction in computer science and network. And in that computer science and network, last year we had the 3 best students nationwide. And this year we are coming to say that we did not have only the best 3, we had the best 10 students in computer science and network are from HIBMAT University Institute of Boya. And in tourism, travel agency and management, HIBMAT Douala produced the best student nationwide with a distinction in the name of B. Nathalie Mokete with a distinction. The students are here, they will talk for themselves. And this is not propaganda because these results are released by the Ministry of Higher Education. This name that I mentioned, people can go to the results in the website of the Ministry of Higher Education. They will see these students as emerging as the best. That is the track record we have had over the years, producing the best students in so many programs. Now, last year, following the release of the 2022 session of the HND, the Ministry of Higher Education, MINISUP, ranked HIBMAT University Institute 2nd best nationwide following the publication of the HND last year. We are still waiting for the rankings of this year, and we don't doubt that we will be amongst the best in this country because we have had the best over the years. That is the track record that we have over the years. And to crown it all, the president and CEO of HUB, Dr. Chilaka Jude, is the one behind this success who has put in place an experienced staff committed to their work and dedicated to service. And I would equally like to thank these students, the students of HIBMAT University Institute, HIBMAT University Institute of Boya and Douala, who have been working very hard to produce these brilliant results with this wonderful performance. Our staff and students are testament to the quality HUB has maintained for several years all this while. And to crown it all, I would like to thank parents, the parents of our students, the guardians, who sacrifice a lot of resources to send their children to school, and while promising them that we'll give their children, our students, the best professional education that we can give so that they stand the test of the job market, they stand the test of the professional, the business world, and the corporate world.
Okay. We are going to be talking with some of the students of the university who just succeeded at the National HND, right? It was National HND. We are in the company of B. Nathalie, who is the best tourism and hotel management candidate nationwide HND 2003. Where is she? You, B. Nathalie?
Yes, I'm B. Nathalie.
Yes, we'd like to have you.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank HIBMAT for this opportunity. Being the best student nationwide in tourism and hotel management makes me happy, and my family, especially my mom and the person who is sponsoring me to school, my elder brother. They are very happy for my result, and I want to thank HIBMAT for that, for their following up and their checking, making sure I'm having this distinction. Okay,
understand. First time on the mic, so
yeah.
Let's speak aloud. We also are in the company of is BMG, or is Brunu? Bebji Jocelyn, best computer science and networks candidate HND 2023, first ever distinction. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, sir, and I'm also happy to be here. Being the best student ever for the HND 2023 was a great opportunity for me because I never thought of being the best, but through my hard work and dedication and also my lecturers, I was able to perform best.
Okay, you were the best computer science and networks candidate HND 2023 and first ever distinction. Now, this is a distinction that you got as a student of the university. What did the university put in place to guarantee this result for you?
Thank you, sir. First of all, we have a dedicated lecturers assigned to us, which follow us up and down, ensuring that we take our lectures seriously. Also, we had the dedicated HOD
who attended to us every minute, and also the institution put in place both practical sessions which helped us to blend theory with practicals, and this helped us to achieve our goals.
Practically, where were you trained? In school? You went for internship? And
Yes, I went for internship, and I blended theory with practicals.
There is a computer lab in school?
In school, yes, well equipped.
Okay.
Yes.
And your studies, it took you how long to complete HND?
2 years.
Okay. 2 years. What challenges did you face?
Well, I faced a lot of challenges. Firstly, I didn't have enough time. Since it was a 2-year program, I had to read the books from year 1, and also I had to blend theory with practical because my field deals with practical mostly. So without practical, I wouldn't be able to blend the theories very well.
So you had to focus completely.
I focus both theory and practicals.
Where do you live? In Moliko?
No, I live at my 17.
Okay. You were able to beat distraction and come out at the best. Yes, B. Natalie, Best Tourism and Hotel Management Candidate Nationwide HND 2023. Where do you live? You are in Douala?
Yes.
Bonamusadi is like Moliko in Moliko, yeah. A lot of enjoyment. So, yes, everywhere, the highest number of snacks. How do you succeed? Is it the teachers who were monitoring and or you cover your eyes to these distractions and focus?
Yes, I can say I covered my eyes. Though where I live, there's no distraction. The places are calm, no bars, just there, places are cool. And then my lecturers also did their best. They followed me up. They make sure I'm there to attend class. If I'm not, they have to report me to the dean. The dean needs to call, and I need to be to the campus. So they really tried their best. I appreciate them for what they did.
Are you surprised with the results, that you are the best?
Yes, I was shocked because I wasn't expecting distinction. What I was expecting was upper credit. But I'm happy that I'm the best student in tourism.
What was your rapport with your lecturers?
I can say their
relationship?
We're cool. They always advise me. They were like my second family, my second father, because we have just male. They were my second father. They always advise me, being Natalie, you have to focus on your book. You have a goal to achieve. You have things to do. Think of your family. Think of your brother who is sponsoring you. So I was like, I need to do this for them. And I did it. I'm so happy.
When you were registering to study at HIBMAT, did you believe that this institution could make you the best? Or you were just saying, okay, let me give it a try?
I did believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I did believe
You
that
had heard
HIBMAT, I've heard about HIBMAT, how they produce the best result. So I said, with HIBMAT, I can do this. And I did.
And you did?
Yes.
Yeah, would you advise others to get to HIBMAT University?
I will advise them to come to HIBMAT University because it's a place where they train professionals. It's a school where you're being trained, you're being followed up by your lecturers and your dean, by the CEO of HIBMAT. So I'll advise students to come to HIBMAT because it's the best professional school where you can have the best result, you can be followed up, you can be checked by the various staffing members in the campus.
What future? Are you staying with HIBMAT University?
Yes, obviously.
To do your degree program?
Yes, my degree program with HIBMAT.
Okay, so we wish you the best, and we hope that next year you're coming back here to tell us better and sweeter stories.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, certainly you were at HIBMAT. Are you staying there? Are you continuing, or would you advise others to come to HIBMAT?
Yes, I will continue my degree program there. And I'll advise those who wish to come to HIBMAT that HIBMAT is a place to be because we deal with professionalism, consistency, and excellence. So being there, you'll be able to acquire the professional education you need and the skills you need to acquire and able to get to the job market.
And tell me about discipline in that school.
Well, discipline is good because we have trained lecturers, trained staffs who follow up students, ensuring that they attend our classes so that they're going to produce better results.
Okay, we also have another student joining us out here today in the person of Ndé Clinton, Best Banking and Finance Candidate Nationwide 2023 HND. You are best nationwide?
Yes, thank you. I'm literally the best.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I'm overwhelmed.
Yes.
Thank you.
How did you work out to be the best from HIBMAT University in Boya?
Okay. I want to first of all acknowledge God for always giving me the strength. Yeah, even when I'm losing ground. Yeah, my family, friends, and close well-wishers that always see me through, and also to the teachers, my lecturers, especially Dr. Brenda Linde, the HOD of Banking and Finance Department. Yeah, and I also have a work experience that also guide me to know how I will study and also utilize on learning strategies that permit me to focus and to study well. So I set my goals, I stay motivated, yeah, I seek help when needed, and I believe with this, anyone who wants to unlock their full potentials and also can achieve greatness in their academic journey. And I also believe that as a student, I also focus, I stay away from all distractions in all forms and in all manner, so that I can have my 100% time focus on my study. Yeah, so I stay away of all the noise, all the cacophony going around Boya. I stay away, I stay back home. I don't involve myself in dating. I know my plan is for me to achieve the desired result. As a young man, I have to put my head high up, looking forward to achieve my goals.
Okay, your head is up and you've come out best in the nation in your program or in your domain. How did you work with your lecturers to achieve this?
That's a great question, sir. You know, our lecturers are very friendly, very open. Anytime you go to them, you seek guidance, they will give you. Yeah. You ask for help, they will give you morally, sometimes even financially. Some teachers will step in. Yeah, they will give you all you need, and we also have a very good study environment, very calm and convenient place. As you have heard, our lecturers, they have testified of this. We have one of the best campus as a professional institution. So it keeps me on alert. So as a student with this kind of opportunity with my teachers that are friends to me, that take me like their child, I do all my best so that I can also please them. I will not let my teachers and my institution down. So I always strive to be the best of myself.
Okay. Hello, sir. I'm Ramson Angatamba. Sir, I just got the number from my Media Prime TV this evening. Was wondering if I could get more information about the institution. Sir, their numbers are on the screen. Just get to the screen, you get their numbers and you can write to them and do inquiry, or you write to me after the program. I will share their numbers with you. Good greetings, sir, Mr. Liu, management of the HIBMAT University with 10 years of teaching experience in HIBMAT University, December 2013 to present. I can attest of the professionalism and consistency in studies and training, all thanks to huge capital investment put in place by President, CEO, and experienced staff, of whom all are industrialists. Nenu Kamga, accounting lecturer. He taught you?
Accounting lecturer? Yeah.
Okay. He was friendly also?
Our teachers are open, they are professionals. They train us as to be professionals, they lead by examples.
Okay, please just to ask why motor mechanics are not done in most of these professional institutions. Okay, I'm sure they are working on that. It will come with time. Yeah, Mr. Dango, you
Yes.
guys should be working on that. Good evening, Mr. Liu and your crew. Please, I would like to know the track record of HIBMAT's ex-students who are now in the field working or creating jobs out of the more than 7,000 sent out already. Oga is writing from Makenene. Good evening to you, Oga. Greetings to you, my highly esteemed journalist and other panelists on air. This professional studies is the most cherished path to follow in an evolving world. Okay. The educational system in Cameroon is saturated with general education. We all have seen the percentage of youth unemployment, which projects its limitation and total dependence on the government. But I think if this educational system was crafted to promote professionalism, many youths won't be frustrated and idle as we see today. And you know the kind of ideas idle youths can develop. Thanks. Thank you too. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I agree with the rector that charlatans be removed. I also heard the rector say state universities should not offer professional courses because they draw students away from the private universities. Okay. B. Franklin is writing from Kumba. This one says, it is thanks to our infrastructure that for the past 3 to 4 consecutive years that the ministry has used our institution as a writing center for HNZ. Okay, so yeah, it is a center
for writing and for marking.
Okay, so the infrastructure is there. I don't know, there's no video of it, but I'm sure we can see some of the buildings on the flyers. Can we have some pictures of the infrastructure? If we can have it, let Eli receive them so that we can have it. Just send it to. I would like to stay anonymous, if you will, please. Okay, the problem with professional education is that most of the students who find themselves in the engineering department are, for the most part, not qualified for the field. Most of the students in the engineering have very little or no knowledge in the science background. Okay, this is also a problem where the intake, what is a consideration for those who are coming in to study in the university? Because seemingly the criteria for selection has been lightened by most higher professional institutions because you guys just need students.
Well, you know, this is a very interesting question. Mm-hmm. All the students are Cameroonians, and by law they are entitled to be educated. So it will not be fair. In fact, it will be against their human rights to refuse them the possibility. Now, I will tell you that we have had occasion where we had a student with a first degree in history who came to do a professional degree in marketing. And even when the lecturers were a bit reluctant, this student astounded all of us by coming third in class, beating those who have the required background knowledge. So I agree with you that it is a bit challenging both for the student and for the lecturers. But we always advise our lecturers that these are young Cameroonians, give them the opportunity, let them try and fail, rather than failing them before even giving them the opportunity to try. So most of them, I agree, do not have, and that shows you the weakness in general education. Since they could not see a way forward in general education, they switched midway into professional education, they face challenges. The teachers also face challenges, and I am very happy to say and to congratulate the teachers who work under me for the sacrifice that they are putting extra time to give remedial courses to these children.
Okay, good evening to you all in the studio, and I would like to advise students who just passed the GCE advanced levels to give HIBMAT University Institute a perfect trial and testify, okay, like the other students are doing. Now, are you staying with HIBMAT for the degree program, or are you moving?
No, I'm 100% staying with HIBMAT University Institute of Boya for my degree program, because I believe they have given me the best, and staying with them for the degree program, I'll still replicate the same result and I'll do well. And I believe HIBMAT University Institute of Boya is the best place that anyone who desire professional education can come there, because I'm a testimony. Yes, I'm doing banking and finance in the University Institute of Boya, and I'm also working in a hedge fund company, yes, as a junior consultant, using my financial knowledge that HIBMAT Institute has blended it. So I'm able to now maneuver it. So I will not leave HIBMAT University Institute on a half journey. So I'm there with them 100%.
Okay, you are taking the journey to to the end. Yeah, let's look at the partnerships you have with other state universities. Is it a friendly partnership? Do they visit you? Do you do exchange programs and experience sharing?
Yes, you know, by presidential decree, every private higher education institution that is accredited must be mentored by a state university. We at HUB, that is the HIBMAT University Institute of Boya, are being mentored by the two prestigious Anglo-Saxon universities, that is the University of Bamenda and the University of Boya. Now, with these institutions, the rules and regulations of mentorship demand that they visit us from time to time to monitor how our lecturers teach. They come to supervise our examinations, both how the students write and the grading program. And before even when we set exams, we send it to them for vetting. They vet the exams before we write them. So we have this very cordial working relationship. Now, you see, to relate with a state university is not easy, because we of the private institutions rely mainly on the fees that we collect from students. For the state universities, they have state subvention. So usually there is a slight friction between state institutions, the demands of this state institution that mentor private universities, and the private universities themselves, because we have to pay. We pay for the mentorship agreement, we pay for the vetting of the certificates of the questions, and when we have juries, the mentor universities send us their staff whom we pay. And when we have our matriculation and convocation, they come. Now, generally, we have to sit on their senate, but because of logistical reasons, they have spared us. Now, HIBMAT University Institute of Boya is working towards rising to a semi-autonomous status, so that we can also have our own senate, so that instead of us attending the senate of our mentor institutions, our mentor institution will send representatives to come and sit on our Senate.
Okay.
So our relationship is cordial for now. And I'm happy to say our relationship too with the ministry is very cordial. Now with the ministry, sometimes they come unannounced. And that is very tricky. But we are very lucky in the sense that for the few times that they have come unannounced, they met us always prepared. Because it would have been very funny when they come and then we are in disarray.
Okay. This person is good evening, Mr. Liu. I always enjoy your programs. My kid sister just passed advanced level. She would like to study computer engineering. Is it offered at
Yes.
Okay. So you guys will take leave of our studio. Thank you for coming here, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful opportunity to be here. I'm so delighted, and to the family of HIBMAT University Institute of Boya.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy that I was invited to talk about my results, and also thank the school for inviting us to come and talk about our school.
Okay. Mr. Ndango wants us to look at the different schools that exist at the university.
Yes, we have 3 schools in HIBMAT University Institute. Before I go to the schools, so many people who call themselves universities or university institutes who are not university institutes. Normally, the Ministry of Higher Education approves you as a higher institution, and after some years of experience and a good track record with the ministry and your performance, you can be upgraded into a university institute. So many people call themselves university institutes, and they are not university institutes, and they call the schools that they don't have. But we have 3 schools. We have the School of Business and Management Sciences, we have the School of Engineering and Technology, and we have the School of Health Sciences. And each of these schools have so many programs that we offer. In the School of Business and Management Sciences, we have marketing trade sales, we have assistant manager, we have project management, we have human resource management, we have accountancy, we have banking and finance, we have international trade, we have microfinance, we have insurance, and we have transport and logistics management. And under transport and logistics management, we have operations of air transport, we have transport and logistics management, we have home economics, tourism and hotel management, and under that we have options like tourism and travel agency management, bakery and food processing, hotel management and catering, and we have legal careers which will soon go operational. We have legal assistant, we have business law, and we have law. And the other programs under the School of Engineering and Technology and the School of Health Sciences, Mr. Ngale will talk on the school on the programs we have under the School of Engineering and Technology, and Madam Ewane will talk about the programs we have under the School of Health Sciences.
Okay. Now, these best students from their school, what do you do for them? You offer them scholarship, or you promote them, you give them bonuses?
Oh, let me answer that question. You see, it's very interesting what we do, because you know, what we do will first depend on our financial resources. For the past 3 years, the president and CEO has asked the graduates to come up with projects, and he has managed to finance a few, the good ones. Now, for the rest, like all those who have passed very well, if they are continuing with us, naturally they will have scholarship. Now, because of the present crisis, it is not reasonable. In fact, it is not realistic to promise full scholarship. So we will not tell lies that we are going to give full scholarship. We shall give partial scholarship. Because you see, one of the policies of HIB, that the HIBMAT University Institute of Buea, is that if you pay for your education, then you will take your education more seriously. So we insist that our students contribute to their education, but we help them and we encourage them. In some cases, you see, we have a very active and vibrant alumni association, and this alumni association has a very wide network where they connect these students to job opportunities and other facilities that they can get. So we do actually honor them, and during convocation we give them gifts.
Okay, the honored. Now we have just been joined back by Mr. Ngale Brunu, Marketing Director of HIBMAT University Institute of Buea, who is here. He's also going to expand more on the School of Engineering.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Kum. Actually, like the Deputy Registrar said, we run 3 schools actually, which he has really gave a vivid explanation on the School of Business and Management Sciences. We also have second on our list, which is the School of Engineering and Technology, with acronym HEAT. And under this particular school, we have various programs, or we call them specialties. We have a computer and communication engineering specialty, and under that particular specialty, we have programs. A student can study software engineering. They can go in for computer science and network. They can study database management. They can study computer maintenance with option hardware maintenance, e-commerce and digital marketing. We also have next on the list is network telecommunication specialties, where under there again we train students on telecommunication and network security. We also have water engineering and management specialties, and under there we train students on hydrology and water resource management. We also have the school or a specialty on electrical and electronic engineering, and under there again we train students on electronics, electrotechnics, electrical power system, normally called EPS. We also have maintenance of industrial system and maintenance of biomedical equipment. And last on the list, we have a specialty on civil and structural engineering specialties, and under there we train students on building science and technology, topography, urban planning. Mr. Kum, I would like our viewers to also note that especially in this School of Engineering and Technology, we've been producing excellent results. Under computer and communication engineering specialties for the past 2 years now, he might have been topping the list when it comes to the HND result. Like I said earlier, the overall best student last year at the level of the HND came from HIBMAT University Institute of Buea. And this year again, the first best 10 students still on that particular list again came from HIBMAT, with the overall having a distinction in computer science and network. Mr. Kum, I would also like our viewers to know again that this result is not just coming because HIBMAT is a university institute. It is because of what we have been putting in to make sure that these students are well trained, equipped laboratory, putting them on internship and other likes, and like I said earlier, a cream of qualified and experienced teachers, especially in that particular department. So I really want our viewers to know about the School of Engineering and Technology. The last on the list, which is a School of Health Sciences, I think we'll invite the dean in that particular school to say more about that particular.
Good evening, sir. Professional education is the best in the 21st century. In some professional schools in Cameroon, professionalism is not being practiced. Instead, general education is seen in most professional schools. For the name Technical Professional Education. Yes, can we know more about this school, which is also a new baby?
Yes, sir. Thank you once more. We have the School of Health Sciences, which has various departments under it. You have nursing department, you have the Department for Medical Laboratory Sciences, you have midwifery, you have pharmacy technology. To obtain an HND in the School of Health Sciences, you have to undergo 6 internships for the 3 years. That's 2 internships per semester, and the school has signed a memorandum of understanding or partnership with regional hospital, district hospitals, health centers in order to train the students. Right now they're on a 2 months internship. The Douala students are in the regional hospital Limbe, while some of the Boya students are in the regional hospital Boya for their training. In the locality in Douala, we have partnership with the hospital Cité de Pamiers, the Douala. We also have processing partnership which is ongoing with the hospital of Logbaba. So I think with these district hospitals and regional hospitals is going to enable them to gain more professional education and blend their practicals with theory. And also with the students have gone too far in the sense that though they are a baby school, the first year they have attained a lot in order to help their communities, like outreach programs and sensitization, especially hypertensive, where hypertensive day, where HIV day, they went to schools to educate the various students about HIV/AIDS, World Diabetes Day, and also they went for their sensitization program in localities, suburbs of Bonamusadi, in order to educate young girls on menstrual hygiene, and they also had to distribute pads to those children in order to teach them how to take care of themselves during their menstrual period, and also to educate them on how to take care of their personal selves. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Kum. Good evening, Mr. Kum. As an answer to one of the questions, our computer engineering has options suitable for both science and arts inclined students. Our students are monitored and guided on their career path. Within the first weeks of studies, that explains why their results are the best. HOD Computer Engineering, HIBMAT University. Okay, they are all watching and also contributing to help explain what we're doing out here today. Hello, right now I'm following up my Media Prime. I need the numbers. Please, the number is on your screen if you want to get inquiry from the staff. Hi, good evening to you all in the studio, and my special greetings to the man just from talking on suit. I don't know, that should be Mr. Ndango. Oh, no, Mr. Ngale, I'm sure. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Enjoying the program. Thank you for this. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Okay. People are just greetings. But Mr. Ndango,
Yes,
20, the school year is starting.
yes.
In October, I guess.
Yes.
What are the things that you are putting in place to ensure an effective start of the school year?
Yes. In the month of October, we will start the 2023-2024 academic year, and right now we are doing preparations to smoothly resume the new academic year come October. And for now, the main activity is admission. After the release of the GCE advanced level, we are admitting students now, and for a student to qualify to study in HIBMAT University Institute of Boya or Douala, you must pass the advanced level with at least 2 GCE subjects, excluding religious studies. And as somebody just wrote from the text that you read, we have some options in engineering that are well suited for our students. Like in computer engineering, we have computer graphics, that an art student can do without problems. But when it comes to things like software engineering or hardware maintenance, it requires a science background. Even in the School of Health Sciences, when it comes to a program like nursing, midwifery, you don't need a science background. But when it comes to a medical laboratory science, we require a science background. So it is not as if we just recruit students haphazardly. And after admissions, now we go into preparatory administrative meetings, staff meetings, in order to draw the plan for the academic year. We draw an academic calendar for the new school year. We do preparatory meetings, and when schools resume, we start with orientation. For the first month, we call it the month of orientation. We do orientation with the students, and those who want to switch their programs, change their programs, they can change. Right now, we are also improving on our infrastructure and equipment. As the rector said, we are building the third campus, which will host our School of Health Sciences. We are constructing at Moliko, just besides the Co-Cathedral, where we are constructing our Campus C to decongest our Campus B and host our School of Health Sciences.
All right, can we have some pictures of the campus? Okay, this is Campus B.
Yes, this is Campus B.
Okay,
that's HIBMAT Campus B, and now we are right on with the construction of Campus C to make it ready for the 2023-2024 academic year. And we are buying more equipments for our laboratories, our computer laboratories, for our electrical workshops, our civil engineering workshop. We are buying more equipments in order to better train our students, because when we talk of professional training, it is more of practice. If the students receive theory and they cannot put it into practice, then that education is useless. I believe that knowledge is meant to advance or solve problems in your community. Even if you have a doctorate degree, maybe in something, and you cannot use that knowledge that you have to better your community, to produce and do something in your community, then that knowledge is not very useful for the community.
It has a problem. Good evening, Mr. Liu, and to the staff of HIBMAT. I just wish to inquire if it's possible for the Year 1 student to enroll into the HND program directly. I don't know what he means by that, to sit for the exams, because it is a program that spans a period, 2 years, at least 2 years. Okay.
It is a program that runs for 2 years, and the Ministry of Higher Education has been working on that program. Even if you have a master's degree or a PhD and you enroll to do the HND program, you must do the program for 2 years.
Okay.
There is no way you can enter in the second year and do the HND program. If anybody is promising you that, that person is deceiving you.
Okay.
And we stand here for the truth.
Hello, good evening. When will admission be over for the HIBMAT University? These are the...
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kum. I think I'll just respond to that question directly. As we speak right now, I want our viewers to know that admission is ongoing to our campus in Boya as well as in Douala. We are located in Boya at Checkpoint Moliko, just opposite the stadium. While here in Douala, we are located at Carrefour Yogojos Bonamusati. Admissions are ongoing, and like the Deputy Registrar rightly said, we'll be resuming by October. So admission will run from now till when we resume in October. And just to add, the registration requirement for those who intend to register with us, if you cannot come to our admission office in Boya at Checkpoint, like I rightly said, and here in Douala at Carrefour Yogojos, you can as well still apply or use the online registration platform to apply online. I think it is there. You have HIBMAT, www.apply.hibmat.com, or you visit our website. You can apply directly online, or you come to the admission office at Checkpoint Moliko, or you visit us at Carrefour Yogojos Bonamusadi with the required documents. Like the Deputy Registrar rightly said, we admit students who are holders of A level, that's advanced level, not O level.
Good evening, Mr. Kum. I've heard so much about HIBMAT University. I really wish to study there, but I don't really know if someone can study online because I'm a worker. Cheng Nelson is writing from Limbe. Online studies, are they possible?
No, for now, no. But arrangements have been made. As we said earlier, we have a partnership agreement with Sharda University in India, and they are preparing the platform for the online for us.
Okay, so very soon. Greetings to Mr. Liu and the entire team of HIBMAT. For me, I don't care much about the university one attends. All that matters is how you enter and leave the university, be it government or private university. Okay. Yes, that is the output. If we say students are going to become professionals, what matters is that by the time they are leaving the school.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, please, can the computer engineering course last for just a year? Is it possible?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's 2 years. I don't know. Why are people trying to ask these questions? I don't know whether you were promised that 1 year you can do these courses. Okay, but it's not possible. They say it's not possible. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Roosevelt, watching from Limbe. They didn't make a mention of medical laboratory science in the science department. Okay.
Yes, we have medical laboratory science in the School of Health Sciences.
Okay.
And that's where I said we require a science background for students who want to enroll for that program.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Please, how much is the fees of transport and logistics? Brandon is writing from Yaoundé. Brandon, the number is on your screen there. Just call and make those inquiries from them.
Yes, Mr. Kum, thank you. I really want to answer. I want to give a direct answer to Brandon, who is calling right all the way from Yaoundé, that our fees are very moderate and affordable. And just to add that, we can always pay this fee in installment. We accept installmental payment because we know the time which we find ourselves. So the fee is very moderate, one of the cheapest in the whole nation, and you can have the possibility to pay this fee installmentally. So you can always get to us on backstage so that we can send you all the admission requirement as well as the fee structure.
Okay. Herman is writing from Victoria. Hello, Mr. Liu. Good evening. I'm enjoying the program, but I'm worried about those who are doing internship and are becoming professionals because I'm sure they are copying poor interventions of some nurses to patients in the state hospitals. Some of those nurses are not worth working with interns because of the unprofessional habits they practice. Okay, it is a concern, and I'm sure I don't know how do you monitor and ensure that what they went for is actually acquired?
Well, as far as all our fields are concerned, first we make contacts with the company or bank or so on, and we tell them what we expect them to offer to our students. And then we have what we call a follow-up system. We have our members of staff who periodically follow the students to see what they are doing on the field. So there's a follow-up program to be sure that the students are properly followed up. You see, that question is very, very pertinent because if there's no follow-up, especially those who send in business management, for instance, they end up being sent as to clean the offices, to go run errands, to buy lunch or breakfast for the staff, and help fill forms, especially those who go to these credit unions to help fill forms and so on. You know, there's also what we call business secrets. Most firms are do not readily throw their doors open for their professional secrets. So in that area, there is a real problem. Okay. And you cannot blame the companies. It's their professional secrets until they are sure that they are going to recruit that particular intern, then they open up to
they can open up to some issues. Okay, I need some guidelines and orientation on marketing and how much is your school fees. The number is on your screen. Get that number, call them and ask them what it takes. They are going to give you information. Please, can they try to post the requirements for admission, because most of us who live very far may find it difficult to come and collect the requirements before later on coming for admission. Can you just call the number on your screen? Call that number. They're going to direct you on what to do. Maybe send you to where you can get the application forms around where you are. Good evening. I want to study law and political science department of public law. Can I gain admission into HIBMAT? I'm not sure. Yes.
Yes. The last speaker. I just want to inform our viewers that you can visit our page, our website. All the admissions requirements are there. But for those who are viewing now, I think for you to enroll with us to study in any of the programs to obtain an HND, that's higher national diploma, you must be a holder of first of all a back or advanced level with a pass in at least 2 papers, excluding religious studies. So you can apply with us online, or you come to the office, at the admission office, like I said earlier, at Checkpoint Moliko, just opposite the stadium. Or if you wish to study with us here in Douala, you can visit us at Carrefour. You go just with the hard copies of your documents. For HND, you should come with a photocopy of your A-level slip, which I believe they are out, because immediately they released the result, those slips were made available. So you should come with the photocopy of your A-level slip, photocopy of your birth certificate, photocopy of your O-level slip, photocopy of your national identity card or your school ID, where applicable, a passport size photograph, that's 2, half a card of any background, any color, and a registration fee of 25,000 francs for those who want to go into the HND program. And for BSc and BTech, you must be a holder of HND or BTS plus 1 year, that's a top up to obtain a bachelor degree in that respective field of studies. You should come with your transcript from MiniSoup of HND or BTS, a certified copy of birth certificate, a certified copy of A-level slip or back, 4 passport size photograph, a photocopy of your national identity card, and a registration fee of 35,000 francs. And I also want our viewers to know that we don't only end at the level of BSc and BTech. We also have the MBA program, that's Masters in Business Administration.
That's the question I wanted to ask. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please, can the panel tell us more about their MBA programs? How effective is it, and can one really count on being a master in business administration after going through the HIBMAT University MBA program?
I'm very happy for that question. In fact, our MBA program is our flagship.
Okay.
And it is a program in which we have invested so much. And we are being mentored for now by the University of Bamenda. And 3/4 of the teaching staff there are from our mentor institution, that is the University of Bamenda itself. Because you see, we want to gain their experience. We have our own staff we have recruited, but we want them to work with the more experienced staff of the university, of our mentor institution, which is the University of Bamenda. And with time, they will gain their own self-confidence and autonomy. But I want to say that we count a lot on our MBA. Our staffs are very well qualified and experienced. Most of them, as I had said earlier on, are from the University of Bamenda, who teach on part-time basis. And the Ministry of Higher Education permits that.
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening, mentors. Please, I have been getting about this school for so long now, but what do they really offer there? I am an advanced level holder in arts, 2 papers in arts. I'm Tata Zephaniah, writing from Bamenda. Tata Zephaniah, the number is on your screen. Can you just get a number, call them, they will direct you and tell you which programs are offered. Good evening, Mr. Liu and Mr. Moses from Tombe. Please, how much is the fee for computer science and network education? Call the number on your screen. You will get to them. Good evening, sir. I'm enjoying the program. So please, I wish to ask the lecturers the difference between a BSc and a BTech program. Lastly, said, does the school have a student association? If yes, what are their developments? If no, can they create one, especially with those who already have jobs, so they can work hand in glove with the upcoming students to reduce unemployment? Thank you. Okay, I'm sure there is one already.
Yes, I've already spoken about that. We have an alumni association which is very vibrant and which is worldwide.
Okay. There is an alumni?
Yes, it is. As I said, yes. Okay. And it has existed for more than 7 years.
And also the School of Health Sciences, this first batch, they also have their health association, which were able to reach out to the less privileged and those who are let's say, are not able to gain health facilities, so they reach out to them at the suburbs of especially Bonamo Sadi.
Okay, so they exist. Please, you can.
Yes, it's on the webs. They have their page on Instagram and also on Facebook. Okay,
so, but for those of you watching who would like to get more information on the university, just call the number on your screen. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please, I wish to ask that since HIBMAT doesn't offer law, what is an alternative which they offer? Oops, this is a professional. Anyway,
the students can always come to the office. We have counseling services that we can give students.
Okay.
Who can counsel them on their competencies and propose programs that they can do. There are many other programs that the students can do.
Okay.
If they don't come to our office, we cannot give that on the air now.
What are the conditions to do a top-up in BSc? This comes to also add to a question somebody asked about a BTech and a BSc.
Yes, it's just a 1-year top-up.
And it's a 1-year top-up.
Top-up, that is, you have the first degree, which is the BTech, the HND, or you have for the BSc, there's no top-up. There's top-up 1 year. Yes, but you see, what the BTech is a professional degree.
Okay.
Whereas the BSc is an academic degree. With the BSc, you can go on to the MSc and BA and PhD. But with the BTech, you can only end up at the MBA.
Okay.
For now.
I see. Yeah. I myself have just learned something this evening.
That's true, Mr. I just also want our viewers to know that with us as a professional university, there is no barrier to entry. Whether you are an art student, a commercial student, or a science student, you are given the opportunity to study with us. Whether you did both history and literature or philosophy, you can still be enrolled in the School of Engineering and Technology. I will talk with an example. As an economics teacher too, I have a student who did A2 in the place of Purity at Enfa, and the parent of this particular student insisted that the child should study civil and structural engineering. And Mr. Kum, I attest with you it will interest you to know that as we speak now, that child is a holder of HND in that particular field of studies. She's a lady. So there is no barrier to entry. All what it takes for you to enroll with us is a pass into paper A-level subjects, excluding religious studies, and you come to HIBMAT, you choose a particular program, and we'll train you to become that professional which you want to become. Although there are certain programs that will require certain maybe background, like the science background, we have under the School of Health Sciences, we have program there like pharmacy technology and medical laboratory sciences that need at least one paper in the science field, maybe biology or chemistry. But the others like nursing and midwifery, whether you're a commercial student or you're an art student, you'll still be given the opportunity to study with us.
Okay. Is it possible to
add something there? Because that's very, very important. There are some students who believe that because we have an open door policy, therefore once they register, they have already passed. I want to debunk that idea. You must work hard. If you are not hardworking, you don't need to bother, because you will not pass. There's no magic in education other than hard work.
Okay. Is it possible to do nursing if arts oriented? Yes. The director of marketing just said so.
Yes. Very possible.
Good evening, Mr. Liu. HIBMAT University Institute of Boya is the best, second to none so far, the main business when it comes to producing professionals par excellence. Greetings to the panelists, especially Professor Emeritus Ibrahim Kashim, who is spitting fire for the university and the students who have made the institution proud. God bless HIBMAT University. Brenda Lynn writing there, please, sir, is having computer science pass in the advanced and ordinary levels an obligation for doing computer engineering? Just get the numbers, please. Get the numbers on the screen and you ask those questions, because we are out of time. We have 2 minutes for each of the panelists, and we have good evening, sirs. I wish to find out if HIBMAT also having a branch in Yaoundé. Ndicha Eric is asking. Ndicha Eric, there is no branch in Yaoundé. HIBMAT has a branch in Douala at Carrefour Rogers, Bonamusadi, and 3 campuses in Boya. That is where the headquarters is. Now we are going to have one intervention each. One last word to all of those who are watching, students and parents.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kum. I just want our viewers and our prospective HIBMAT students to know that our doors are open. HIBMAT, like the others are saying, is a place to be, and it's a place where you are sure of gaining professional knowledge about your respective field of studies, and that our doors are open for admissions. And we are open as from 7:30 till 4:30 daily. That's from Tuesdays to Saturdays in Boya at Checkpoint Moliko, just opposite the stadium. I'll repeat again, we are located at Moliko, just opposite the Omnisport Stadium. And we are also here in Douala. You can find us at Carrefour Rogers Bonamusadi if you wish to study with us in any of our branches, be it Boya or Douala. You can always visit us, or you can get to us through our website. I think you can check the website as it's scrolling on there. You can always get to us. The numbers we should see on the screen there, you can always get to us for more inquiries. And I believe you have a place, and HIBMAT, again, like I said, is the best place for you to obtain professional education. Thank you very much.
Okay, just to note that at HIBMAT we have the School of Engineering and Technology, the School of Health Sciences, the School of Business and Management Sciences. Yes, Prof, one last word to the parents and students watching.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to make the point that HIBMAT is not only interested in educating the students. We want to train educated human beings who are morally upright. And that is why, even though we are a lay institution, we operate on strict Christian principles. So we want to train a full person, that is a person who is morally upright and who is intellectually upright. When you come to HIBMAT University Institute of Boya, you will be sure to have an education that is not only an intellectual education, but an intellectual moral education, which will make you a full person. We look forward to seeing you.
Okay, and also to you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me. I have to just throw more light in the School of Health Sciences, both Boya and Douala campus. They have a well-equipped laboratory for the students to practice first at school, to blend their theories before going into the field. And also the nursing and midwifery department have a practical demonstration room where all the equipments are there for them to study in order that they can practice professionalism in their various departments and career. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you. just want to thank the parents who sacrifice a lot to send their children to school. Just telling them that they should count on HIBMAT University Institute of Buea and Douala as a place to train their students, to gain professional skills that can make them qualified job seekers, and at the same time entrepreneurs in the business market, and telling them that choosing professional education for the 21st century is really important if we have to fight unemployment and make changes or improve our society and community. Okay, we also want to say thank you to the students who came all the way from Buea and Douala to share their experiences as students of this university, and also to you, Ngale Nadesh, who is coordinating the communication team that is out here working for the communication service at the HIBMAT University Institute of Buea. Not forgetting Dr. Chilaka Anyawujud, who is the president and the vision bearer of the university. Thank you to you, Desmond and Eli, and to you, Tabitha Bryant, who is supervising all the work we have been doing here. I have also served for so long. I think I need rest. So I'm going to take a leave for some time. You guys are not going to be seeing me on air. I want to rest. I'm really tired. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.